So I'm super excited today. Today we just got the Masterbuilt 800, and we just got that in. And today we're going to put together, and you guys are going to join me. All right, here we go. This thing is ginormous, pretty heavy. So this is the Gravity Series 800. Just I'm not going to read everything off the box for you, but a lot of good reviews. We're going to put it together today. We're going to season it, and in the future we'll do a grill on it, see how it all turns out. Really excited about this. Alright. So we got our tools here. Alright, so we got most of the stuff unboxed here. Came in a lot of stuff that was very tightly packed in that big box. There was stuff inside the grill as well. So as we opened it up and pulled everything out of it, they had stuff stashed in here, all the way to the bottom. They had stuff stashed in here, all the way to the bottom. This is a charcoal chute. So then just a giant mess that became of it. And over here we have those are pieces and parts for the bottom. We have the grills. They are cast iron. So then this right here is going to end up being our controller. Once we get this all hooked up, it does come like with a quick disconnect kind of clips and so forth. So it's be very interesting. Pile of parts, all that kind of stuff. And then of course we already got our charcoal ready to go. So once we get all this stuff undone, we're ready to do it. Alright, so we got this hooked up. We got the nut and screw on here. It's a little hard to see, but definitely put the screw on the side of the brace and then the nut on the other side. It makes it easier to get the screwdriver on it, and then the wrench on the other side. So I am leaving these all loose until we get all the brackets on, so all the way around, and then we'll tighten everything back up. So of course it takes the holy grail of wrenches, because the one that comes with it does not fit any of these little nuts, which are 10mm. So luckily, I'm one of the few people in the world that has a 10mm wrench. So now we're going to tighten everything up. So I got it all tight. a little hard to see in the lighting here. We got all the nuts and screws all tightened up. Now there's one thing that we did do that I know in the instructions it tells you to basically leave this one leg off, but there is enough flexibility before you put this piece on. You can actually slide it into the grooves there and actually just push down, and then just make sure it lines up in here, and then everything pops together. So you can either leave that leg off and then put it on after you got this thing attached, or you can go ahead and just slide it in there. Either way worked. Didn't damage anything, didn't bend anything. Everything looks great. This is actually really good. I've been kind of just using the screwdriver and a wrench because I wasn't sure how strong the nuts or the screws and nuts would be. But actually, I'm gonna switch to my drill with the Phillips head attachment on it, and in order to do the rest of this, make it go a little bit faster. So it's warm here in the Pac Northwest right now, so this has actually been really cool though. There's a nice breeze though, but I cannot wait to get this thing together and actually get it fired up. Alright, so I definitely want to show this. So you can see the different connectors. So there's 3 different connectors here. So luckily they're all, they either have the different connectors of how they connect. Also, like the red and white, or the red and black go together, right? And then just kind of figuring out what goes with what from there. And I'll show you more in just a second. Alright, so we got them hooked up. So you see the red and black, and these two, there's really no markings on them to really differentiate. Even the wires, just black and black wires. Well, I guess actually, yeah, this one, so there's 2 wires on each one, and they connect to the same kind of connector. One's for the switch, and one is for, well, they're actually both for the switches. So I don't think either one of them really matters which one it goes into, because one's for for the hopper, and then also the one for the ash box. So anytime those open, obviously it'll kick off. Alright, one of the things we want to make sure you do is whenever you're putting this shield, so this is the bottom of it, this is the door for the ashtray. When you put this on, there's these 2 screws here for this upper heat shield for the hopper, and you got to make sure you loosen these in order to allow this to slide behind there. It is in the notes, but it's like the second step, so if you're not paying attention, you will definitely miss it, and then this thing will not fit together right, and then you'll just redo it. So I'm not going to tell you how I know that. Okay. Alright, so we got to the point where we're ready to hook up everything to the box. Just be very, very careful when you're unpacking all this stuff. That if you pull through this grommeted area here, it's a real pain in the butt to fish it back through. So that did happen. So basically just start connecting the connectors. So this is for the yellow one here. This is for the thermometer inside. This one's for power. And then this one right here goes to the connection that we made earlier. It was for the fan and the hopper lid and all that kind of stuff. And it does pretty much just snap right together. It's way easier to do this two-handed than one, but actually it's not that hard. So just snap it together like that. And then the other one, and that one goes right here. Together there as well, and then a little bit we'll get the power cord out and all that stuff, and we'll get that all settled. 2 people. It's heavy. 2 people. Alright, so we got in here, we got this is the base plate. This is the support we just put in there. And then basically, you end up taking this thing right here. Now this is for the, if you know, just for the grill itself. If you there's a separate one I'll show you later on that's for the griddle. It just slides in like this and just sits like that. So sits there like that, and there you go. Alright, so it's pretty much together now, and so this is the grill right here. There's another one that goes on the other side. They have a smoke side, they have a sear side, so it actually tells you on there, so it makes it easy to read and understand. I'll definitely do like this foldable tray. Basically, folds down out of the way, and there you go. A little noisy there. So, all right, we are going to move this thing to the patio before I finish the last part of the assembly, and that's just basically getting the grates on, and then the upper grates, because you have grates here and here, and then you have this, and then you can swap out this for the griddle piece, and those come out pretty easily. This also has the rotisserie part of it, which I will do separately later on, but because I definitely went ahead and got that as well. But right now, this thing looks pretty sharp, so I can't complain too much. It's I'm ready to pretty much fire this thing up as soon as I possibly can. So we'll finish the assembly here shortly, and then we'll the seasoning and everything like that we'll do in a separate video, and then can't wait for the first cook. All right, so we moved her to the back porch. So this is the outside of the house here. So went ahead and put on the trays there, and then here these are the slides right in. Alrighty, and then right there we're pretty much ready to go. Alright, so I'm gonna hook up the power cord. It's gonna take me climbing under here, so we're not gonna watch how awkward that is. Alright, so she's all done, she's all plugged up, and this thing is really, really nice. So over here, nice right there. Right now it's set up for the grill. So obviously that piece you can change it out, and then these you can change out for the griddle. These come out very easily. My only worry is that they come out too easily, but we'll see. And then over here, go ahead and move our beer out of the way here. And then there's just the hopper. It does have the safety switches. It does have a nice handle and has a nice locking device. And then down the black hole there, it goes, and that's down. You should be able to, I think it's 16 pounds, right? So it's got a really good seal around the outside, so that's really nice. I actually really like doing this. Latch is easy enough. I can do it one-handed. And down here, this is an ashtray. So same thing, same kind of latch. Wood. So if you're going to add wood chips, you can either add them to the hopper, or you can add them down here. So that's something, and the embers will fall down and they'll basically cause it to smoke. So these are adjustable, these right here. So it actually talks about it in the manual about adjusting these in order to make sure you get basically you want it to compress fully to get a good seal, but also to be able to operate the switches. These are safety switches. That basically, when it opens, it tries to prevent the chimney effect, because it will happen, but it basically turns off the fan, from my understanding. Alright, so we got all that. Same thing whenever this opens up. This has a little switch and it basically limits the temperature. So, and then right here, this is all of our controls. We'll go over those here later on. But this thing has hangers on here for tools, whatever. Got a couple of hangers right here where you can put the griddle on here in order to store it. Down there at the very bottom, that's where you can put the insert for the griddle, the part that's underneath that basically directs the heat and everything like that. So this allows, it's got storage. I do have a cover for this, and I do advise you to get one as well, especially if you're going to keep it outside. The only thing that I noticed when I was building this was, while everything looks like it's pretty well heat protected, it's maybe not so much protected from the environment as much as I would like, but time will tell. It does have pretty good connections underneath and everything, but it's just not quite as sealed as I had hoped it would be. But we'll see. She's pretty. She's pretty heavy too. But she has good wheels. We will draw through the grass and everything like that, so no issues there. So, all right, she's done.